Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Lesson number 8 is a chapter about Fel Maazi and its different types. Fel Maazi is a fail which denotes the occurrence of an action in the past, like daraba, he hit. It's happened in the past. Fel Maazi has 6 different types. It's categorized into 6 different types. Fel Maazi mutlaq, Fel Maazi qareeb, Fel Maazi ba'id, Fel Maazi ihtimali, Fel Maazi tamannai, and Fel Maazi istimrari. Fel Maazi mutlaq. So we will go through what they mean and how they are formed. The first one is Fel Maazi mutlaq. This is that Fel Maazi in which closeness and distance are not considered. Like Nasara, madad ki us ek mard ne, meaning he helped. There's no qed on distance here, like close or far. It's just happened in the past. And the method of formation is that it is formed by giving a fatha to the fa and lam letters of the mastar of sulasi mujarrad, and all 3 harakat can come on the ain kalima. Sometimes it can be dhamma, sometimes it can be fatha, and sometimes it can be kasra according to the bab. So some examples are given to further explain. Nasrun is the mastar, and nasara is made from it. So the Fe'l Maazi Mutlaq is made from the mastar of sulasi mujarrad. The noon comes on the fa kalima and the ra comes on the lam kalima. And these are given a fatha, as you can see. And the sad, because this bab, the noon, sad, ra, it has the ain kalima also has a fatha. So the sad comes on the ain kalima and this has a fatha. If you look at shurbun, this is the mastar and shariba is made. So sheen and ba, the fa and lam kalima, they have fatha always. And the ain kalima in this case has a kasra. And sharafatun, this is the mastar, and sharufa is made. Sheen and fa have a fatha, and the ain kalima, which is the ra, has a dhamma. So whatever bab it is, it's the harakat are in accordance with that bab. Fe'l Maazi qareeb is that Fe'l Maazi that denotes the occurrence of an action in the recent past tense. And the method of forming this is very easy. All you have to do is, when you have the Maazi Mutlaq, you add the word qad before it, and it becomes Fe'l Maazi qareeb. Like qad daraba, he just hit. Fe'l Maazi ba'id is that Fe'l Maazi that denotes the occurrence of an action in the distant past tense. Like kana jaa, आया था वो एक मर्द. Once upon a time he came. So it's an action which has happened in the past, but it's not happened recently, it's happened quite a while ago in the past. And the method of forming this is we add kana in front of the Fe'l Maazi Mutlaq. Another thing to note is, as the sigha changes, the word kana will also change accordance with the sigha. So we have kana, kana, kanu, kanat, kanata, kunna, kunta, kuntuma, kuntum, kunti, kuntuma, kuntunna, kuntu, kunna. So as the fail continues on, whether it's fa'il muzakkar ghaib, tasniya muzakkar ghaib, jama muzakkar ghaib, the kana will also change in accordance with it. And like another example, kana daraba मारा था उस एक मर्द ने. In फेले माजी ihtimali, it is that फेले माजी which denotes a doubt in the occurrence of an action in the past, like لعله ضرب, maybe he hit. There's a doubt. This is also known as mazi shakki. The method of formation formed by adding la'alla or la'allama or yakunu in the beginning of the فعل mazi ihtimali. Like in qara'a, if you say la'allama qara'a, shayad parha, shayad parha उसे एक मर्द ने, meaning maybe he read. If la'alla is added, so for la'allama and yakunu, you can just write it as it is, read it as it is. But in la'alla, if you add this in the beginning of فعل ماضي احتمالي, then you have to add a ism mansoob or a zamir, which will change with the sigha. For example, fa'ala to la'alla zaydan fa'ala. So zaydan, the ism mansoob, shayad kiya ho zayd ne, meaning maybe Zayd did. And in la'allahu fa'ala, in this shayad kiya ho us ek mard ne, maybe he did. So in la'alla we need ism mansoob or a zamir, but in the others it's not required. Next one is the فعل mazi tamannai. فعل mazi tamannai is the فعل mazi which denotes a wish of the occurrence of an action. So it denotes a wish of the occurrence of an action. Like laytahu daraba. So kash marta wo ek mard. The method of formation in the beginning of فعل mazi mutlaq, we will add layta or laytama. So layta and laytama will be added in the beginning. So will become nasara to laytama nasara. Kash madad karta wo ek mard. Kash madad karta wo ek mard. And if layta is added, then an ism mansoob or a zamir must be after it also, which will change with the sigha. Like in the previous one we also read, if you add la'alla, then you need ism mansoob and zamir. Likewise here, if you add layta only, then you need ism mansoob or zamir also. But laytama, you can just write the fail after. For example, layta zaydan fa'ala. Kash karta zayd. Meaning I wish Zayd did. That's the ism mansoob. And laytahu fa'ala. Kash karta wo ek mard, meaning I wish he did. So the who, the ha is here as a zamir used. Fele mazi istimrari is the past continuous. It is the fele mazi that indicates that the task was continued in the past. For example, kana yadribu. Marta tha wo ek mard, meaning he used to hit. And the method of formation is that with fele muzare in the beginning you add kana and it becomes fele mazi istimrari. Fele muzare we will discuss in the upcoming lesson. It tells you the method of formation. But for now, you have a word which is a fele muzare and you add kana in the beginning of it. When you add this, it becomes fele mazi istimrari. So yadribu to kana yadribu. Yadribu is fele muzare. You add kana in the beginning, kana yadribu, and it becomes the meaning is mara karta tha wo ek mard, meaning he used to hit. And the sigha of kana will also change with the sigha of the Fel Muzari, like we discussed in the past one also with kana. Some notes: it is clear from the above mentioned methods of forming Fel Maazi that all types of Maazi except Maazi Mutlaq and Maazi Istimrari are formed from Fel Maazi Mutlaq Musbat Maruf, whereas Fel Maazi Mutlaq is made from the Masdar and Fel Maazi Istimrari is made from Fel Muzari. Meaning, the other ones like Fel Maazi Ba'id, Qareeb, Fel Maazi Ihtimali, Fel Maazi Tamannai, these four are made from Fel Maazi Mutlaq, but the Fel Maazi Mutlaq is made from the Masdar and the Fel Maazi Istimrari is made from Fel Muzari. Point number 2, Siga Wahid Muzakkar Ghaib of Fel Maazi Musbat Maruf will be made according to the above mentioned methods. So what we've discussed, these were examples of Wahid Muzakkar Ghaib, the first form. When you have the conjugations, the 14 conjugations, it is the first one, the Wahid Muzakkar Ghaib. The third note is to make musbat majhul forms of all types except mazi istimrari, the fa kalima is given dhamma and the ain kalima is given kasra. Example is also given. So daraba to duriba. So daraba is musbat ma'ruf, and to make it musbat majhul, the dad, meaning the fa kalima, is given a dhamma and the ain kalima is given a kasra and the lam kalima is given a fatha. And in Fele Mazi Istimrari, the alamat muzare is given a dhamma and the ain kalima is given a fatha. Like kana yadribu to kana yudrabu. So the alamat muzare is in the beginning, the ya is given a dhamma, dad comes on the fa kalima, ra comes on the ain kalima, ba comes on the lam kalima. The ain kalima is given a fatha and it becomes majhul. Majhul meaning in the passive voice. So ma'ruf is in the active voice and majhul is in the passive voice. In daraba to duriba, this example, the fa kalima is given a dhamma to make it majhul and the ain kalima is given a kasra. The fourth point is to make it into a negative form, to make it in the negative case, in the negative form, the letters ma or la is added in the beginning. For example, if you have daraba, if you say ma daraba, meaning he hit, to he did not hit, he didn't hit, it makes it into a negative form. And also with duriba, the majhul form, he was hit, to ma duriba, he was not hit. Likewise with the other words like Fel Maazi ihtimali, if you add ma in the beginning, it changes it into a negative form. Fel Maazi ihtimali, Fel Maazi tamannai, Fel Maazi istimrari, whichever one it is, if you add ma in the beginning of Fel Maazi, it changes it into a negative form. The fifth note is that the entire conjugation of 14 forms is made from all of these types by adding signs and pronouns of wahid, tasniya, jama, muzakkar, muannas, ghaib, hazir, and mutakallim. From this, it is obvious that the conjugations can come on the Fel Maazi Musbat Ma'ruf, the Fel Maazi Musbat Majhul, the Fel Maazi Manfi Ma'ruf, and the Fel Maazi Manfi Majhul. Furthermore, each fail has 14 forms. 3 are used for Muzakkar Ghaib, 3 are for Muannas Ghaib, 3 are for Muzakkar Hazir, 3 are for Muannas Hazir, and 2 are for Mutakallim. 1 for Wahid of both Muzakkar and Muannas, and 1 for Tasniya Jama of both Muzakkar and Muannas. This we'll look into detail when we read the conjugations in part 2 of this lesson. Also remember that Fe'l Mazi Maruf from Sulasi Mujarrad comes on 3 scales: Fa'ala, Fa'ila, and Fa'ula. And Fe'l Mazi Majhul can come on only one form, which is Fu'ila, like Duriba or Shuriba, etc. We will look into the conjugations in the next lesson in part 2, and this will cover the conjugations, what sigha it is, and we'll also look at the translation, and it will cover all of the Fe'l Mazi. So we will discuss Fe'l Mazi Mutlaq Musbat Ma'ruf, Fe'l Mazi Mutlaq Musbat Majhul, Fe'l Mazi Mutlaq Manfi Ma'ruf, Fe'l Mazi Mutlaq Manfi Majhul, Fe'l Mazi Qareeb Musbat Ma'ruf, Fe'l Mazi Qareeb Musbat Majhul, Fe'l Mazi Qareeb Manfi Ma'ruf, Fe'l Mazi Qareeb Manfi Majhul, Fe'l Mazi Ba'id Musbat Ma'ruf, فعل ماضي بعيد مثبت مجهول فعل ماضي بعيد منفي معروف فعل ماضي بعيد منفي مجهول and then with ihtimali and the manfi and the musbat side of it, the musbat, the maruf and majhul side, the for tamannai also, and for istimrari, inshallah.